Okay, good evening. I'd like to call the North Aurora Village Board meeting for Monday, May 20th, 2024 to order. Please join me in a silent prayer meditation. Thank you. Please join me in Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, Mayor Gaffino.
Here.
Trustee Christensen.
Here.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Gately.
Here.
Trustee Lowry.
Here.
Trustee Nedved.
Here.
Trustee Salazar. Here.
Great, thank you. Audience comments? All right, seeing none, I have a proclamation to read. It's Motorcycle Awareness Month, May. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Me and everybody. I'm Shannon Halikias, your library director. Thanks for letting me speak a couple of minutes and give you an annual update about what's happening at the library. It's a pleasure to be here. This just marked my second year of serving at Messenger, and I love serving North Aurora. A key achievement this year was to rebrand the library's logo with one that's meaningful, cheerful, and reflects our community. It echoes the Village of North Aurora logo and identifies us as a Fox River Valley library. And we also move forward with other endeavors. We completely overhauled our newsletter. Hopefully you just saw your latest one drop in your box just a couple of days ago. So bright new newsletter for our community with lots of information. We just launched a new web page that came out just a couple days ago. You'll find lots of information and also a lot more transparency information on there as well too. We also included a new camera, a new registration calendar, and truly all of this was a labor of love for our community. This year, we also updated our technology with new self-checks. Those are a vital part of operations because patrons want reading privacy when they visit, and it helps move things along quickly in a library. Our old ones were pooping out, and we just could not duct tape them together any longer. We also updated our technology with new monitors for our patrons so they can see what they're doing when they're applying for jobs or working on resumes or using the library to write papers. We also added in a laptop courtesy of the Lions Club. So now our regular visitors have a laptop that they can use to present to people that are using our civic spaces. We also joined the Chamber of Commerce and created new partnerships. We're right in the running for 2 grants for our library to update our technology. We're hoping that we get them. We're also going to continue to present, for example, this year we presented for the first time at a statewide level on our programs and offerings. Our biggest project that we're polishing off right now has been the big roof. It has been a expensive and laborious project, but we're coming in on time and under budget, a feat, particularly doing that during a rainy season. Most of all, we continue to provide quality programming and collections in a manner that fits the community of North Aurora. This year, the state of Illinois became the first state in the nation to incorporate anti-book banning legislation. You may have heard the news of surrounding libraries that received active shooter threats, bomb threats, and other challenges to their collections and resources. So North Aurora continues to fly below the radar of this. I'm very happy to report that, because we want to protect your freedom and liberty as an American to check out what you want, when you want it, to make the decisions that are right for your own family about what you want to read and allow other people the same dignity. Most threats have stemmed from anti-Black, anti-Brown, anti-diversity statements. In fact, one of my local library directors just recently received a note in the mail saying bullets were coming for her head. So this has been a very challenging year for libraries. And I want to thank the North Aurora Police. They've always been extremely responsive for any questions or concerns that we have. But we're still flying calm at North Aurora because of careful selection, careful placement, good policies that allow for freedom to read, but also keep in mind that we want to serve our community as well too. In fact, we just welcomed our very first Spanish-speaking staff member onto our community to be able to better promote and communicate and translate our library offerings. Our key programs in this next year are going to continue to enhance, partner, and bring quality events to your community. We're going to upgrade our technology as well too. We are potentially going for a new boiler because I have a boiler that's being very cranky, and pulling out is an essential piece for our library. We're going to engage with discussions for an RFQ to work on our unsafe entrances. Our slopes going up are very difficult in a Midwest winter for people that are on a walker. We also have a parking lot that's continuously a bit of a challenge. In fact, there was a crash last week because it's very confusing and kind of a one-way in, one-way out, and people really don't understand it. We also have to look at our book drop because it's essentially unusable for about 95% of our population. This will be a very slow and careful process as we look at our facility for both now and to provide for our future. And we've heard the need that we might have more local history information that would interest the residents of Village of North Aurora. So we're going to continue to expand that local history section, catalog items, make them available to the public. And I'm hoping we can add in a genealogy section as well. If you would like to visit or tour or come see us, please feel free to come by. I'd be happy to show you what we're doing, how we're doing it for your community, and how we're proud to serve North Aurora. If you have any questions, please let me know.
All right, thanks for the update.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, got a proclamation to read. Support for Motorcycle Awareness Month of May. Whereas safety is the highest priority for the highways and streets of our village and state. And whereas motorcycles are a common economical means of transportation that reduces fuel consumption and road wear, contributes in a significant way to the relief of traffic and parking congestions. And whereas it is especially meaningful that the citizens of our village and state be aware of motorcycles on the roadway, recognize the importance of motorcycle safety. And whereas the members of Duquesne Debate of Illinois, a brotherhood aimed towards education, continually promotes motorcycle safety, education, awareness, and high school drivers education programs into the general public of the Kane County area. And whereas all motorcyclists should join Duquesne Debate of Illinois in actively promoting the safe operation of motorcycles, as well as promoting motorcycle safety, education, awareness, and respect the citizens of our village and state. And whereas during the month of May, all roadway users should unite in the safe sharing of roadways within the village of North Aurora throughout the state of Illinois. And therefore be it proclaimed that I, Mark Ruffino, village president and the board of trustees of North Aurora, do hereby support the goals of the Duquesne Debate of Illinois and proclaim the month of May 2024 as Motorcycle Awareness Month. Encourage all motorists to join in an effort to improve safety and awareness on our roads. Sure, of course. And a big okay. So this is Mark Garrison, who's with Abate, and it kind of brought to our attention the proclamation for this month.
It's my husband.
Thank you all very much for doing this. The proclamation is very important throughout the state of Illinois. Already this year, we've had somewhere around 19 to 21 motorcyclist fatalities, and the season has just started. As mayor or the president, has indicated that we are a brotherhood aimed towards education. And part of my job with the chapter is to go into high schools and talk to driver's ed kids about being aware of motorcycles. Myself and my counterpart that does the same thing in this area, last year we talked to over 5,200 kids about motorcycle awareness. We believe starting them out young, getting them aware of what's going on out on the roadways is most important for us as motorcyclists. And as you all should know, that Route 31 Lincoln Way is a a wonderful transportation route for motorcycles when they want to go out and ride. And they spend money. They spend money like you wouldn't believe. I mean, everywhere from Culver's all the way up to 56 here. So we're a good revenue source. We appreciate the proclamation, and I thank you all for looking out for us. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I get a quick picture. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Like the time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Have a good night.
You're hired. All right, we're gonna move on to the consent agenda
Move to approve.
and discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Gately,
Yes.
trustee Lowry,
Yes.
trustee Nedved,
Yes.
trustee Salazar,
yes,
trustee Christensen,
Yes.
trustee Curtis.
All right, thank you. Under new business, item 1, Jason.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is approval of the Messenger Public Library's fiscal year 24-25 budget resolution. This resolution will be utilized later this fall when we pass the 2024 tax levy. So these are the numbers we use for the library's portion when we pass that levy.
Motion to approve.
second,
Discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Nedved,
Yes.
trustee Salazar,
yes,
trustee Christensen,
Yes.
trustee Curtis, trustee Gately,
Yes.
trustee Lowry.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Item 2, Jason.
Thank you. This item's a resolution authorizing the village administrator to enter into an agreement with NIMEC for street lighting electricity. NIMEC will be holding its annual streetlight bid tomorrow morning. Last year we went through this. The rates came back; they weren't favorable for us, so we stayed on the NIMEC's the variable rate with ComEd. So tomorrow morning we'll find out whether or not how the bids come back, whether or not we should enter an agreement or not. We have the option for a 1, 2, or 3-year agreement based on how the prices look. Given what NIMEC is kind of saying right now and where we're at with our variable rate, the rates will probably come back a little higher. So there's a strong likelihood we probably won't enter an agreement, but we're just going to go out there and see if the prices look good with the bid or not. So based on the timing of this, of when they give us the prices in the morning, we have to have the agreement signed by 4 o'clock at the same day. So we just need to approve or give the village administrator authority to sign that contract since it's such a quick turnaround.
motion to approve,
Second.
Discussion. Roll, please.
Trustee Salazar,
yes,
trustee Christensen,
Yes.
trustee Curtis, trustee Gately,
Yes.
trustee Lowry,
Yes.
trustee Nedved.
Yes.
All right, that concludes our new business under village president report. I just want to, Public Works Week, I just want to give them a high five. I mean, we expect a lot out of them. You got a small crew and they do a great job year round, so please pass on our thoughts. Trustee comments?
Oh, ditto.
And thanks.
we all appreciate what you do.
Yep,
Yeah, very
100%. Administrative report.
Just a couple things. One, Jason just mentioned the streetlight bid. It's one of the anomalies of the ones that we do when we go out and get aggregate pricing, because the last few years we haven't used the aggregate pricing that we try to get. It's one of the times where our at rate ComEd prices actually has beaten the individual suppliers. So it's very possible we may not enter into a contract, but I wanted to let you know that's just an anomaly. All the other ones come back and typically they can beat it, but our fixed rate for streetlights the last few years hasn't. There's a couple things as you know, we've been working on adding more and more special events. Natalie does a great job of putting a whole bunch of things together, and we just had our community garage sale, and there were clearly lots of garage sales throughout the town. I mean, driving around last weekend, I saw them everywhere. But the other thing too is on the 24th, so this upcoming Friday here at the park, we're hosting our food truck festival, and that's from 4 to 8 p.m. So
What's it called?
it's our food truck. It's Cuisine at the Crossroads.
truck.
It'll be 10 food trucks here, and the picnic tables and things like that. People can get some food, hang out in the park for 4 hours. Last year was the first time we did it, and it had a really nice turnout. So this is one I think Natalie's got 2 scheduled this year. So yeah, just wanted to remind everybody of that. So that's next Friday.
All right, thank you.
There's a
Department
new
reports.
barbershop in town. Clock Tower Plaza, there's a new barbershop.
Now,
All right, sounds good.
Because I don't think we have one. Huh?
Did you visit?
I did go in there. I didn't get my hair cut, but I just checked it out. It was nice. It looked like a nice place. It's right next to the salon, Clock Tower Plaza.
All right, thank you. Comment report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to say this is Officer Robin Steckline's last village board meeting. Hires officially June 1st, but her luncheon will be held on Friday, May 31st. So
Well done. There you go.
we will miss her.
We will
That's
miss you.
right. Oh, yeah,
She will be missed.
100%.
will.
Okay, motion adjourned.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. All right, we'll be starting committee of the whole shortly.